Hey guys, welcome today to today's YouTube video where I am going to be filming something called Learning from Your Mistakes, and today we're playing against Gabriel Soussi. So I recently had the opportunity to play against him this last weekend in the PPG Weekend Championship. We actually played in round 7, which is the last round of Swiss. We were both currently 6-0 at the time, so this is like really exciting. It's always really fun to like play against a really good player. He's really well known. I think he won Euros in 2019. You know, he's a world's competitor, really nice guy on top of all of that. And so without further ado, man, we're gonna get right into the deck replay. Hey, what's up guys? So welcome to the replay. So essentially I'm gonna be showcasing you the replay between Gabriel and I, and essentially try to like analyze some of the plays I made and some of the plays he made and what we can learn from them. So without further ado, we'll get right into it. So the first thing we did is we got on voice chat actually, so you actually won't see us typing out like effects, but I can like explain to you how what the effects were. So I won RPS here, which is rock paper scissors, and I like to go first. I'm playing water and he's playing a fire, aka Salamangreat. So it's really funny that we're actually playing these decks in 2020. But you know, it's always really cool just to like play different decks than what the meta has. So I start off with Teus Dragoons, just like not knowing what he might have. Like if he had Ash Blossom, that's fine actually, because Teus will actually chain block Dragoons. So this was like I think the right start. Pretty straightforward here. So I chain block it and he had no response because as you can see here, he has no hand traps in hand. If he did have a hand trap, I was like okay, to be honest. I wasn't as worried. Here I search Diva and I search Pike. And I go normal summon Diva. I was expecting an Imperm, a Veiler, and Ash to like get dropped here on Diva. But unfortunately, it doesn't actually get met with anything, which I was really surprised about. But anyways, here I summon Neptibus, and then Neptibus dumps Dragoons for cost, which adds me a Dragoons. And then Dragoons adds me like a Minstrel. And keep in mind, at this time, I had no idea what Gabriel was playing. For all I knew, I thought he was playing Rocks or Ellic, like... You know what I mean? Like, that's just, like, the decks that people are playing nowadays. So I had no idea what he was playing. And so, Minstrel is really insane in this instance. Where I actually just get to look at his whole hand. He doesn't scoop here because I think he thought that, like, he maybe could have played through it. Or his logic at the time was also, like, it's also round 7. You know, we're both undefeated. So we're guaranteed top cut either way. It doesn't... There's not, like, a lot of pressure here. We're just really playing for fun. Which is, like, obviously, like, we still want to win and go, like, you know, 7-0, XO in Swiss. But, you know, that we're essentially just fighting for that title right now. So here I hit the Spinny. And so the reason why I hit Spinny is because I'm going to be doing Moon Glacier in my combo, which hand loops him for 2. So I want cards that, like, don't give him advantage in the graveyard. And so, like, I thought Spinny would be a good choice. So here I search Moon Glacier off of the Drunes. After dumping it with Minstrel. And this is why you play Link Kuriboh. You actually make Link Kuriboh with Neptibus so that you get the essentially like the 5th water in the graveyard. And then you can just Moon Glacier him. I hit both the traps actually, which is actually really good because now like he just has Paralyxy and you can't really like do much from there. So there it is. I make Noodle Fiber. I summon a Despot, and this is really weird. So in my combo, like you actually have to make a second Noodle Fiber from here. Because you need essentially like more, you need 4 open spaces, so that's why like you kind of like have to do it this way. So like you'll see that I actually make a Noodle Fiber with these two, pointing this way, and then I use both of them to make Auroradon to summon the 3 tokens, and then I can bring back Despot. So like that's like the part of the combo where like you have to do it this way. Then you summon the O-line, and then with the O-line. You can essentially do the VFD combo, which is like make Rose Maiden, trigger O-line, just summon a level 3 token. So this is like just pretty much full combo. I know his entire hand. I drew into like called by Midbreaker. That's just like insane. Make VFD. I set 1, call by, and then just pass. So here he opens up Impermanent. So you'll see that in draw phase and semi phase, I actually don't trigger Calamities. I wait for him to like commit to a normal summon. So if he like commits to like Spinny, I just like activate VFD and I call Win actually, just so that he doesn't gain any advantage at all. So that was like really cool. So here it's also like really insane to call Win because then he can't link into Bailings, by the way. Now he you know, decides to go first. So we'll see his starting hand. He actually didn't open up too well. He opened up Sanctuary, Ash, Desires, Gozen, and Foxy. So what's gonna happen here is he's gonna start off with Desires. We'll see that he banishes like not too badly. And then the draw 2 really saved him. Like he was even mentioning that in the call against me. Yeah, you see that it like really didn't banish anything important, so Desires was insane. And then he has Debug, and he can normal summon Debug and not worry, because if I did have a hand trap, I would have Ashed Desires. So there you see the Debug searching him Gazelle, and then he just gets like a lot of plays now. So I like didn't open up any hand trap. I did open up Nibiru, which he plays around really well. Because what he did is he recycled back his Gazelle instead of doing full combo. So he played around Nibiru right here, which is like definitely like if you're playing Salmon Grace, that's definitely something to like consider. I opened up not too playable. I opened up Pike, Despot, Muglacia, and he has like the Gozen match. I did have Lightning Storm, because I figured he was playing Floodgates. So I can't really do much from here. I essentially just like I went to battle, and instead of beating over it, I actually don't beat over it, because Gozen match also locks him into light monsters. So, and I put Nibiru in defense mode because I want to bait him to like beating it over. You'll see that he's like really smart. Like he doesn't actually beat it over, and then he'll out his own token by using Rage to send Foxy to out his own token, and then he'll trigger Gazelle in the end phase, which is like insane. And now he can like dump like Roar now, and then he just like wins the game from here. He'll use Falco to like add Gazelle back to his hand, and then normal summon Jaguar, go into the Sunlight Wolf. And then yeah, just like go off, like just completely pop out. That's like 4 summons as well. You'll see that he resets Roar. So like the reason why he like went normal summon Jack and Falco is because he thought I might have another Nibiru, and he wanted to play around that as well. And because he couldn't out the Nibiru token if I give it to him, so he does exactly that. And so he goes to end phase and he just passes. So he has like Roar, Rage, and then I just can't play through this, to be honest. So I attack over this, and then pretty much next turn he's going to go for access code OTK. And watch this access code OTK, man. He does this access code OTK while keeping Sunlight Wolf on the board to play around Nibiru. So watch this. He summons Foxy from the graveyard, outs his own Floodgate, so he can make access code, summon Gazelle, trigger Gazelle, dump Will, add Will back with Sunlight Wolf, and then now he has enough materials to make access code. So you'll see right here that he does use both, makes update jammer, then uses both again to make the transcode talker, transcode bring back update jammer, use Will to bring back another Sunlight Wolf. So now he essentially has like 2 Sunlight Wolves. So like it's really gonna be really hard for me to like play around like Roar and Rage. And so you'll see that like look at him play through like he also like played around like Veiler. As you can saw there, like he made it so that access code talker would be co-linked to the code talker, so that just transcode talker, so that it can't be targeted by Veiler. And if I Veilered him, I could have actually stopped him OTKing me. So that was like also really cool, and it loses the attack. So he played through that around that as well. You'll see right here. This is my starting hand. It's actually really good because I have Neptibus and Callby, but the problem is like he had 3 hand traps. He had Nibiru, Ogre, and Imperm. So the way I tried to play through it was I go normal summon Neptibus, dump Dragoons, add Dragoons, and then Dragoon searches Minstrel. And then from here, I saw his hand. Unfortunately, because I didn't open up Diva, like there's no way for me to like actually like search a way to like hand loop him. But then he had Imperm for the Diva anyways. So I don't get I hit the Imperm here because my thought process was like I was just gonna make Noodle Fiber and call by the Ogre and then just pass on Noodle. But I think this was like a misplay on my part, and then because Dragoons, instead of searching off play, I actually just searched Diva, which is my follow-up. I think I sort of searched Neptibus because he gets Imperm back, so I think Diva would have been so much, Neptibus would have been so much better, and I just passed on here because I just can't do anything else, man. I have double hand trap, so I felt confident to like surviving, I guess. And I wanted to just essentially Nibiru him, then go Diva. He top decks like Falco, but because he has 3 hand traps and Foxy, right? Like he doesn't really have like much to go off of. We see here that he gets Sanctuary, but I definitely should have ashed him on Foxy. And then he's gonna just essentially go battle phase, beats over Neptibus. I take the life points. I don't link off because essentially I wanted him to like, in case he doesn't like beat over it, I just wanted to be able to use it again next turn. He sets like an imperm in the same column as my Call by the Grave. And I draw Teus, but I don't have another water monster because I bricked with the 001. So that was really, really bad. Like, I think I could have actually played through like his whole hand if I actually had another water. But I didn't, so I just went pass again. Because I had like no other plays. And then he goes normal debug, I ash it. And then he's gonna go link off into the Bailings. He's gonna dump the Foxy to summon out the Fox. He's gonna dump the Falco to summon out the Foxy. Because he has a continuous card. He's gonna bounce it to his hand. And then from here, he's essentially just gonna like attack, and he has this all under 4 summons because he's playing around Nibiru. Like, he doesn't want to lose to Nibiru, so that's what he's doing here. So he's really, really smart. But then he goes to main phase 2 and make Bakuska there because he wants to like deal as much damage as possible. I Nibiru him here, and he gets a token. I put it in attack mode so I can beat over it. Here I go normal summon Diva, and he's gonna go Imperm on Diva. I thought it was fine because then I can just go beat over the token and just make Noodle Fiber. But then he top decked the Ash. So if I go like, for example, Nibiru and Diva into the Hakuki Firebacks like you see here, which is what I'm gonna do. He's actually just gonna ogre it. I let it resolve because I want to use the Call by the Grave on his card so that he like doesn't come back, and then I can like try again next turn. I just make O-line and just pass on the O-line. There he top decks Gazelle, which is like just insane. Then he adds Circle off of Gazelle, so that was just like crazy. And I even said it, bro. He said like, oh, he has Parallax Seed. I'm like, oh no, you had Gazelle in hand this whole time. So that was just crazy. So he top decks the Gazelle, Gazelle effect. And it's just downhill from here, man. It's like really, really hard to recover from this. He makes a Sunlight, and then he relinks a Sunlight, and then here he did Jaguar target Sunlight, but I call by this. I could have called by Sunlight, but I call by the Jaguar, just because of the fact that like I didn't want him to like OTK me with chance code. Like I thought he was gonna go for that. Like if I call by his Gazelle, right, or I call by his Sunlight Wolf and he summons it, and then he just makes chance code conquer and just kills me. So I did it on the Jack. Then he adds face Circle to like Spinny. And then just like he gets that extra body anyways, like, which is something I like miscalculated. And he adds Circle back to his hand. He beats over the O-line. I'll use effect to summon the thing. Then he's gonna bring back the Spinny, and then Spinny will get him back Gazelle. So that's really, really insane. I think in hindsight, I should have called by the Sunlight Wolf, I guess, but I didn't want him to get access code talker and just OTK me. I think he's still playing around another Nibiru because I held all 3 cards in my hand. So he probably thinks I have 3 hand traps. I top deck Nibiru, which is like okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go normal summon Despot and then just like try to make plays. And so I just make Noodle Fiber here. And then he has like the Ash Blossom. Like if he didn't have Ash Blossom, I think I would have been okay. Because this would have been my 2nd summon. Tuna would have been my 3rd summon. And then what I could have done was from there. I mean, even from there, I think it would have been a really tough position because I had to like play around Nibiru as well, actually. So I think overall there was no way to play it. I could have summoned Teus and like, but he doesn't have a Noodle Fiber in the graveyard. I was gonna try to abuse that and make access code talker and then just pop his cards. And then bro, Spinny has 2500 defense, so Noodle Fiber can't even get over it, which is like so annoying. And then I just go past here, and then I pretty much just lose, I think, because he's gonna basically just make access code. And then try to OTK me, even though I have Nibiru. But he conserves all his resources really well. He asks back Ash as well with Sunlight Wolf, so it's just like really hard. And like I admit defeat because I'm like, even though like he has access code talker, like he had look at him, he had end traps, he has Veiler, Circle. It was just GG. Also the access code was under 4 it was within 4 summons too, by the way. It was just insane, man. Like I couldn't even do anything to that. So I just like didn't draw as well as I could have, I think. And I think I could have played that a little differently. But overall, it was a really good match. Like you saw here, like Salamangrease is still like really like viable, and like a really good pilot of it can like take the decks to like the next level, I think. And I think that was the same thought process with like the water deck for me. Like I was trying my best to like play through as much as I could. But yeah, man, overall this was a really, really good match. I really, really enjoyed this game. And yeah, man, shout out to Gabriel, really, really strong player. Definitely hope to like play him in more tournaments and in more like see him more in like in top cut appearances for sure. But Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you got like some takeaway from this like replay and analyzing the plays we made. And yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on salmon grids, your thoughts on water, this water versus fire match. And also, like, let me know your thoughts on, like, what else you want to see, what content you want to also see me do. Also, keep in mind that I also stream live on Twitch, so definitely check me out on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/pack_official_TCG, where I actually play my tournaments on stream live, and you get to see like real life, real time gameplay. So without further ado, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one, and thank you so much for tuning in and all your support. Peace.